Hello, welcome back to Spirited Awareness. Now, this is an introductory video for past and present trauma. The most fundamental thing to understand before we begin in regards to trauma is that it transcends time and it transcends space. Our trauma goes beyond time and space, and it also transcends the experience. It transcends the person that causes that trauma, meaning the why and the how it happened and the when it happened. It doesn't really matter. It is timeless. Once trauma is in our being, it is there until we heal it, until we shine light onto the energy, onto the issue, and we transform it and transmute it back into pure energy, back into spirit. We come into a profound sense of forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and more importantly, forgiveness is very misunderstood. It's just a way of bringing love back in again, opening the heart to bring love and letting go. So trauma and the why happened, all that doesn't matter. What matters is that it's there, and that we have the light and the power to go in and heal whatever that trauma is, no matter how unfair and gruesome and terrible it might have been. There is always an answer, always, regardless of who we are. The second thing we need to know is that trauma is designed by us before we enter this life, before we enter the world. This world is very difficult. Life here is very difficult. So when we go through trauma, it affects our soul on a fundamental level, and it hurts. And the inner child and the soul, the entire soul, wants us to bring that to light, to heal it. The heart has to come into play and bring the power of love to heal what happened to us. So surface stuff doesn't really work. Medication doesn't. They just oppress things. Superficial therapies don't really work. For me, a human being has to find a way to go to the core, where the truth lies, where the absolute most sacred, most finite thing in you exists. That's where trauma resides, and that's the aspect we need to look at, the part of the self we need to acknowledge. So yeah, if we understand that trauma transcends time and space, and it transcends the person that causes the trauma and the experience itself, and it is forever there until we transform our energy and elevate from it and elevate with it and take its lesson and take its growth, we don't go anywhere. Trauma will keep appearing in infinite ways. It would project itself on the canvas of our lives again and again and again, non-stop, until that is transformed, it is healed. So yeah, it's, if you're suffering from any kind of trauma, first of all, I'm sorry that you do, and secondly, that is one aspect that we need to deal with absolute precision and finite truth and love and absolute respect and acknowledgement to the pain that your system and your being is suffering, the pain that you're carrying. Once we listen to that and we bring it forth, then everything changes. Now, the final thing I want to say before we go into the videos is that we forget how much light we are. We forget what powerful beings we are before we come into this world. We forget why we choose this life. This life is very quick, it's very short. For the soul and the eternal existence of the soul, this life is a full second. That's it, just 1 second. So no matter how much we suffer now and we feel we are overwhelmed and it is too heavy and too big and too painful for us to go and look at, it's not. Once we tap into our light, we see it, we remember it. You can hear that and see that with people that had near-death experiences, and then they come back and they say how they felt and how the love that was around them and how amazing everything is and who visited them and so on. So that's just a tiny glimpse of who we really are. That whatever they can get in those few minutes or hours over there, or days, or that they're over there on the other side, while their bodies are unconscious. So a near-death experiences cannot give us glimpse. The people have give us glimpse to how powerful we are. But when you see it through your conscious, and you are fully conscious here, and you see it through your ability, then you understand how much more powerful you are than the trauma itself. And that's the final key here. First to understand it, how it works and what it does, then to go in and be truthful and heal it, bring love. And of course, the third one is to do it from the power of you, to understand that you're so much bigger than that and get the ultimate lesson. Yeah, that makes life worth living when we embody that light. So yeah, trauma for me in the end is a calling for a higher truth, a higher light, a higher love. It's a calling for true elevation and evolution in our path. Even though it sucks, it absolutely sucks, it feels terrible. I know, I've been through it more than enough, more than I ever cared to remember, but there is a better way. It heals. We can heal from it, absolutely. We can absolutely heal. So yeah, that's what we do in this method. So in the next few videos, I'm going to be answering some basic questions and just give some quick insights. And then if that helps you, you just follow the links and join the free spirited community, and where we do the deep work. All right. Thank you for your time.